Ladies and gentlemen,
Yo, I need a
ladies
haircut, Joe.
and
I
gentlemen.
I just want to make it. I just want to make it clear. Everybody knows I need a haircut. It is what it is, but at least I'm doing the right thing. Correct?
Khaled, you're doing the most amazing thing. And you know what? I think you like this haircut. I think this is part of your struggle. You letting us know like you're struggling. You going through it. So you got this. Shout out to Timbo the King. He got the same haircut. I
Yeah.
was on FaceTime with him today. He got the same haircut. But Kelly, I think you enjoy this hair. Like I think you
No,
like
no, no,
actually
no, no.
like it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I really, really miss a haircut. Like,
Oh, you really do?
yeah, because haircuts make you feel good. You know what I'm saying? And right now we all locked. We on the quarantine alert. So the times that we do get a little depressed or sad watching the news, the hair don't help. It don't help.
It's not helping the situation.
Nah, that's not helping the situation, man. Not at all. But we blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? That, I've been getting a lot done in the crib. I've been spending time with the family. But I just hate to see people suffer. I hate to see what's going on out there. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And even when it's time to, what they say, open up.
Let me ask you a question, Calvin.
Yeah.
You live in a compound, right? Your home is a block long. It's a compound, right? And when I talk to you, you still like nervous. And you don't let nobody in your house, nobody out of your house. You won't even let me. Your wife the other day, shout out my sister Nicole, she was like, let's jet ski to Joe's. And you was like, no, we good. And you know I've been home for
Now,
a month and a half.
It's crazy because I told my queen, if we already quarantine alert 35 days, why? Just tell me, why do I want to take a chance? Take a chance. If I was going to take a chance, I would have did it earlier because I'm thinking it's not real. I'm 35 days in. Like, I might as well just ride it out. You know what I'm saying? Why am I going to take the chance? Why?
Khaled, let me ask you something. You wasn't taking it as serious as me. It was Lorena, my wife's birthday. You pulled up in the yacht. By the way, I live 1 minute away from DJ Khaled. My house isn't as big as DJ Khaled, but I live 1 minute away. So Khaled pulls up to my island. I live on the water, and it's the biggest yacht I ever seen in my life in the history. And when Khaled's on the yacht, he starts dancing and he's FaceTiming. And he's like, yo, we're here. Jump on the boat. And I said, I'm not going, Khaled. And you was like, nah, but we good, but we did. I was like, I'm not going. Listen, the very next day, you got serious about this thing.
Yeah. Because, my queen, she gassed me up to go out on the yacht. She's saying, because, they just put the bulletin out there that we got to shut down in a day or two. So get your food right. They put the bulletin. So I was like, you know what? Let's go clear our minds real quick because we about to go into quarantine alert. And of course, we was cautious. We cleaned everything. We had our cleaning people. I hired a cleaning team, went in there, cleaned it up, wore gloves. And this is like, what was it, the first day of?
First day.
The day before. So, and me going out in the water, I was really thinking about it. It really hit me then. You know what I'm saying? Because I was wearing a mask and gloves. And I'm like, this is real. I'm out here in the water. I'm saying to myself, nah, this is real. But ever since that day, I've been home. You know that.
I know.
I've been home.
Khaled, I want to ask you because last year, when I'm
Before
with
you ask me a question, I want to make it. This the show. This the big show.
This the big show?
This, not because you're my brother. This the show. This the big show. I loved your Tyson interview. It was classic. Not only do you tell the best stories, you really not only telling the truth, but like you really, those stories are real because I'm watching the show and I'm like, I remember some of these stories when you was with Remy and you was talking about some of the stories. I'm like, he's telling the truth, like, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to jump in the live. I wish it was a 3-way live because I wanted to add to the story because I was there for some of the story. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead and ask your question. Go ahead.
Yesterday was crazy. I was talking to Ja Rule, and I don't know why. I've had the crazy. We got kidnapped in Africa together. We went to just shit that happened to me that I be thinking is so crazy, Khaled, that I be thinking it's a lie. And then when I talk to Ja Rule, I forget he was there. So when
I
he said
know.
that, yo, the little kid had the grenade launcher, I was like, oh my God, like, what the fuck? It really
I
happened.
know. I know.
All right. So I want to tell you, I'm with you. You've been my friend, my brother for over 25 years. Every year I try to be with you on your birthday. You try to be with me, even though some years we work. But last year we toasted in your house to your birthday. And I told you how proud I was for you inspiring people to stay with their families. And it's okay to show your kids love. And it's okay to embrace your family. And I think a lot of people love you because of that. And so my first real question for you is Assad.
Yeah.
What does Assad mean to you? Describe where you think he's gonna be. What's his personality? Because you know we get little clips of him, and we all love him, and we seen him in his mother's belly. But what is it with
I
Assad?
mean, Assad, you know, first of all, he's my son, so the love is no words in the dictionary that can explain how much I love my son. But I'm also a fan of his. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at him like he inspires me the way his swag, the way he moves, how smart he is, and also for me, and I'm saying this is for me because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, but I feel like he's a prophet as well. Listen, that's just me. That's me. You know what I'm saying? But my son, he's my first son, and now I have another beautiful boy, and the
Stay
way
with
he
Assad. Stay with Assad.
okay, okay, but I would say, but
We're gonna go to
it
Alam after
no,
this.
but the reason
Alam's
why
the
I'm saying
second
that is
question.
because the way he holds down his brother already, I already knew he was gonna do that. Like I know whatever he wants to do when he grows up, it's we support him, we got him, but I just know that he's gonna hold all of us up. You see what I'm saying? And he just has this glow on him, man. It's just he's my son, but sometimes I'll be like, man, look at that boy. Like I can't believe, like I can believe it. You know what I mean? It's the word I'm saying is like I'm a fan
You know
of
when
my
I'm on the
son.
plane. You know when I'm on the plane. I do
He's like
Assad.
my brother. You know what I'm saying? But he's my son. He's my best friend. He's my best friend. That's the key. But go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know, I'm just saying, you know, I'm afraid to fly, even though me and you started flying. And whenever the plane shakes, I start talking to this picture I got of Assad where he's in the middle of the jungle on some thing. You took some picture in Jamaica with him that he looks like Jungle Boy. He looks like,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, yo, don't let your uncle go down. Don't let your uncle go
Yeah.
down. And I do Vanessa's daughter and I do my goddaughter, Remy's daughter. I go to them three. It used to just be Assad. But I go to the kids as I go to you as but you know, your goddaughter's here, you know.
No, Ozzy, what's up? I love you, girl.
And I want y'all to know, so now we got Alarm.
Yes.
Alarm. Alarm is the militant one.
Yeah.
Alarm's gonna be the one to really hold Assad down.
Yeah.
And
Alarm.
shout out Swiss Beats on the check-in.
Swizzy zone, zone, zone.
Zone.
um,
Alarm, tell me something about Alarm because personally, I was on the road. I still haven't got a chance to meet my nephew. And I feel horrible about that. I feel horrible that I haven't been able to look him in the eyes and really pick him up. We love
well,
you, Swiss.
Alarm, you know, his name means the world in Arabic. And I had a conversation with my son Alarm the other day, and I was just telling him, boy, you something special. Because you came in the world in a special time. In a special time, and I'm trying to explain to him. I know he's a baby. I know he's 2.5 months old. I get it. But I talk to my kids the same way I talk to them now. I know I'm going to talk to them when they're 25. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking to my kids with real talk. And I was telling Alam, I was like, yo, Alam, you know, you came in the world at a special time. You know, it's a lot going on. And his name means the world. And what I learned about Alam, he has this seriousness about him. His face, he'll crack a smile, he'll laugh. You know what I'm saying? Mom will get him to laugh and all, but he's like serious with it. You know what I'm saying? And he weighs about 5-6 more pounds than Assad did at the age he is
Big
now.
boy. He's gonna be caught diesel. He's gonna be a big boy.
Yeah,
Rich player.
he
If he
already
wants to
caught
play
diesel
football
with
in the future, Rich gonna have to coach him. Alam gonna be a big boy. Big.
No, he's a big boy, but you know, this is a year that I think nobody's gonna ever forget. They're gonna talk about 2020 for the rest of ever. And Assam was born 2020. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he's only 2.5 months old, but he's already he has this. He got this Khaled in him, and then he got like this other energy that I know that it's tough. It's tough. It's tough.
He's a tough guy. He's a tough
It's a
guy. I
tough
can
one.
tell.
Yeah, he's tough. And they
tell.
both beautiful, man. And but you got to see Assad really, he be holding like it's a routine. He wakes up. Where's Alam? Where's my brother? I need to kiss him. If he cries, I need to kiss him. You know, he's already doing the big brother perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me ask you something, right? So me and you, we go back since you were skinny and you was with DJ Nasty and you was just DJing coming up in the game. And I'm gonna skip a whole lifetime and just go, what moment, right? Because you just went on this roll and just never looked back from the first song to the first move to the making movies with Will Smith. Now, at what point, I mean, did you ever know? Be honest. Don't like be honest.
You know, we always gonna be
No,
honest. You know that.
Not
Always
political.
gonna do that.
But did you ever think you get to this level of success? Like this level?
I'm gonna be honest with you. And when I answer it, I need a little time to speak afterwards.
Okay.
I did believe that I'd be at this level, and I believe I'm gonna be at a bigger level. I always knew, but I always knew with hard work that it'd get me here, and I always knew that nothing's gonna be given to me. Now, I want to give you a shout out and tell you how much I love you on this live because you're one of the first people to believe in me, co-sign me, put me on your biggest records and on your biggest record to this day. On Lean Back, you said my name, and not even just that. Forget just the hits and records that you let me stand beside you and let me learn. You know what I'm saying? I want to take it back to like when I first met you. I met Joe at New Music Seminar in New York City. I had his vinyl. It was the Flow Joe vinyl. It was actually the Flow Joe vinyl and the album. The album. And I met Joe outside of the seminar, and I had the album in my hand. And I always been a Fat Joe fan. So I was like, got introduced to Joe, and Joe looks at me and goes like, how you got that? And at that time, Joe, he doesn't smile like he smiles now. He usually has this one eye that goes this way, and then the face is like it does something, and it's not a movie. It's some real gangster shit when you step to Joe, and so I didn't know what he was trying to tell me, like, because you know back in them days, you know bootlegging was big, you know white labels were big, so I had an early release of Joe's album, and he was just like, you know, he showed me love, and from that day on, you know, he said if I ever come to Florida, I'm I'm gonna link up with you. And you know, I met, you know, Joe came to Florida. He had a show with Nas, and Shaq came on stage with him. It was in Orlando at that time, and Joe had Pun with him, and I met him in Joe said, "Come meet me at the hotel." And the hotel, I think it was like some damn Holiday Inn type hotel. You know, you know how it is back in them days. I'm just, you know, being honest.
Grinding.
Yeah, it was riding, and Pun wasn't even Big Pun yet. You know what I'm saying? And even Steve Lobel was there too. Steve Lobel was there that day too.
So that was early Relativity. That was
early. So ever since that show, because every time they post that picture with you, Shaq and Nas, I always reply on everybody's gram. I was there because I was there.
Yeah.
When
they put pictures where I was there, and I be like pretty much every picture they put up a Pun, I was on the other side of the camera.
Yeah,
and I be saying to myself, yo, I was there.
And ever since that day, I moved to Miami like 2-3 months later. And you know, when I moved to Miami, you came to Miami and you heard me on the pirate radio station. Mix 96. Shout out to Butterfuco.
Shout out to Butterfuco.
You know what I'm saying? So you heard me on Mix 96, and I'm on the pirate radio ripping it down, and you called up live on the air. And we was talking our talk. I'm like, oh, Joe, he's like, yo, Khaled, what you doing? I'm like, you know, I'm talking my shit. I'm ripping it down, breaking records, and
well, let me explain how this happened.
It's so much history with me and you.
I know,
because people know we brothers, but I don't think they understand how far back we go and how close we really are. You know what I'm saying?
We go back since FloJo, and you just can't be bigger brothers than us. We done been through hard times. We've been through great times. We've been through fun. We've been through bad times. We've been through everything you could go through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out Hovey, baby. So, you know, we day ones, literally. And so you was on the radio and you was like, yo, it's DJ Khaled, the Don Gone Gargamel, Terror Squad leader, this. You was going crazy. So when I call up the station, I got Pun with me.
Yeah.
So I call up the station, we driving down, and you was like, wait a minute, the boss is on the phone. The Don is on the phone. Then you was killing it so much, and the thing was crazy because you was the first to play like New York style hip hop in Miami. It was all like booty music. It was Uncle Luke. And then when we was hearing Mobb Deep, Wu-Tang, shit like that, we was like, oh shit, they let one in. Right? Yeah. But it was still the underground station.
Yeah, the underground station, we played everything. Like I would play, you know, the booty music, hip hop, and a lot of reggae. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was playing Uncle Al, Luke, Fat Joe, Mobb Deep, Cameron, you know,
yeah,
Pun,
but you went also, we could skip this whole well, me and Pun went in there and we freestyled for like 5 hours. It was 3 fat dudes. Me, you, and Pun, we had our shirts off because Mix 96 was so small, it had no AC. And we was up in there freestyling with you, and that was the beginning. And then the next step we took was the temple.
Yeah.
The temple was DJ Khaled's birthday. So now when you see DJ Khaled's birthday with The Weeknd, Usher, Kanye, it all started at the temple.
Yeah.
And it was me and Pun. Shout out to Tone Arness. He was there. But we did your birthday, and that was when Big Pun was eating up.
So Joe did my birthday party with Pun, and this is before Pun officially like went to the megastar mania.
But they knew it. They
knew it. No,
vibe.
the streets knew it. So I want to tell you. So Joe sits me down. We on South Beach, and I'm sitting in Joe's Lexus, and Joe plays me Twins. He's like, yo, check this out. I'm gonna play you this record. And it was Twins. And you was kind of, I don't know, I was so long time. I think you was trying to tell me this is gonna be on a mixtape or something. I'm like, yo, bro, this is the record. This like this is it. This is the biggest record ever. And y'all performed it at the birthday and they lost their mind. When I say we have it on, I have the footage. I have the footage, and they lost their mind. But, you know, that's when everything started. You know, the relationship got tighter and tighter. But also, I want to, you know, thank you for giving me an opportunity, because as a producer, you know what I'm saying, you pushed me every day, because you was making the albums, from the Terror Squad album to the Fat Joe album, and you be like, yo, Cal, you know, your family, where the heat at? So every day I be in
Beat
my garage.
Novocaine.
Yeah,
And
I
we
was
were
called Beat
recording it
Novocaine
in
at
your
that time.
house, in your studio, in your house.
No, that's what I want to get to. So I was called Beat Novocaine at that time, making beats. And I remember when Joe would come to my house, I couldn't wait to play him a beat. You know, all the beats I made, I would make like 10. I wouldn't sleep. And he loved them. You know, I got on the Terror Squad album. I got on Joe's album. And at that time, I was known as Beat Novocaine. But the memories that I loved so much was, you know, I remember when you recorded Lean Back in my studio in Jerusalem. You recorded I used to call my studio Jerusalem. I remember Remy Martin, you know, Lean Back was done already. You know what I'm saying? You know, Joe, the record was done, ready to mix. Then Remy Martin came to the crib and heard the record and was like, yo, pull that record up and mute this space right here, because I'm going on right here. She jumped in the booth, legendary, ripped it down and left.
Who she pumped? Was that Drop? Was Drop the
engineer?
engineer?
Drop was engineering at that time, and she ripped it down. But after she ripped it out, she just left. Like, that's how she knew she blazed it. And I just remember you recording Lean Back. I remember you know, writing to it. I remember I was with you with Scott Storch when he was making Lean Back. I was with you in the studio at Scott's house when he was making Lean Back. So all this inspiration, you know, I'm like a sponge. So, you know, I was just, you know, as a DJ and as a producer, I'm taking all this shit in. You know what I'm saying? I remember Swiss Beats pulling up in his tour bus into my house, and he played you T.I.'s hit, Bring Him Out. Like, you could have had Bring Him Out. He played it for you. You know what I'm saying?
Bring Him Out, Bring Him Out.
Bring Him Out. He played Bring Him Out at the crib, you know.
But listen, they don't know that you pushed me to get that Lean Back remix done with Eminem, and you was on me every day. This before you had a record deal. So the type of pressure that you apply now, you was applying it to me like, go get Eminem, go get Eminem, go get Eminem. Yeah. I was like, yo, Khaled, man, Eminem don't fuck with niggas like that. Like, you was like, nah, he ain't gonna tell you no. Go get Mace.
I knew we was in the swimming pool when we was talking about the remix, and I was like, I said, you got to get Eminem, and you did say that. I don't know what you're gonna do. I said, yo, listen, this is the biggest record in the world. Ain't nobody saying no to this. I don't give a fuck who it is. Ain't nobody saying no to this. They not. You can't say no to a Lean Back. And at that time, that shit was such a force. It was such a force. It was so unbelievable. And I remember the remix. I was with you when we went to Little John. Little John had a house out there on the water, on the beach, and he was cooking up the remix. And I'm just being honest. I'm just telling you the truth when I say this. You know, he was cooking it, making it right there in your face. And, you know, he was trying to figure it out. And I was just like, that's Little John, legendary. And I just put my little 2 cents in. And I was just telling John and Drew, I don't know if everybody remembers, but I was like, yo, John, it's very simple. Just take what Scott Storch did and put your sounds, and that's it. Your 808 and your keyboard sound, and that's it. Don't fuck with it too much, because the original was too legendary. Just take your sounds, because at that time he brought that 808 on another level, the crunk. I said, put the 808s and the shit that your keyboard sound the same way, same melody, same everything that Scott did, but just switch it to Little John. You know, because that's what remix is about. I'm just being honest. I don't know if anybody remembers. And
I remember Khaled.
I had an ear infection that day, and it was like a real memorable day. You know what I'm saying? So, Joe, I've been there. I was there, Joe. I was there. I've been there. I was in New York City, Puerto Rican Parade, when Fat Joe Pun, Mobb Deep. What club we was in with the clear glass and the VIP?
That was crazy. I
That was
remember
a
that.
crazy one. That was so legendary.
So we
Everybody
would
was
do, so what people don't know, so say in New York City, the biggest parade was called the Puerto Rican Parade, and Fat Joe's the reason they ever play. I'm gonna put this in the Fat Joe book, is the only reason they ever played hip hop in the parade. So I went up in there and it was more like Spanish, salsa and all that. And I had to go see this man, rest in peace, he's dead. His name is Ramon Velez. And I went 4 years in a row and I kept explaining to him, yo, Puerto Ricans is hip hop. They love hip hop. So he finally let us get a float in the parade. And you know what people don't understand was that Fat Joe, Big Pun in the Puerto Rican parade, we literally would stop in the middle of the parade and there would be 1 million people around the whole float where you couldn't even see concrete. You couldn't even see
Yeah,
floor.
it was crazy. It was crazy.
Lean back, I turned. So you on the off block, lean back. I turned on the parade. Didn't even get half the block. That shit came on and said, boom, 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 boom. Yo, they rushed the barricades. They rushed the cops. You couldn't even see concrete. All you see was 1 million people, and the police forced me. They didn't let me do the parade. And that was on the Hot 97 float. Ebro was there. Angie was there. All of them was there. They forced us to stop. They was like,
Nah,
yo, y'all can't go on.
what about when we was in Miami Memorial Day weekend and Renee McClain and Lillette had that party? And this is Miami, you know what I'm saying? I used to DJ every week, and you know, I wanted to play for like 10 minutes, and I came with you and 100 people with me, Joe and the whole crew. And we came on that stage. No. It was all love. We just said we need Khaled to play for 15 minutes. That's it. We need 15 minutes. And I came in with a stack of records. And when I tell you, Joe, I'll let you tell the story. Tell them how I ripped that shit. Like, that shit was like,
Khaled, let me explain something to you.
They gotta have footage of it. We gotta ask Renee McClain and somebody had to film
Shout
that.
out Lillette. Shout out
Too
Renee
legendary.
McClain family. I was yo, Khaled, let me tell you something. And I'm not saying that just because you my brother, but when you was just a DJ, before you was thinking about artists making hits and all that, you was killing it more than anybody. You was destroying parties. People were in line, bum rushing to see DJ Khaled DJ. This is before.
Yeah, this is
Let me
the
ask you a
beginning.
question. I never asked you this, and I'm gonna ask you this now and answer the question. Right? Who was your favorite DJ? Who you looked up to?
I looked up to Funk Flex, Kid Capri, Clark Kent, Ron G, Doo-Wop, and
Can't be calling me. Stop.
And Premier, Pete Rock. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a heavy DJ, so I had a lot of favorites, and every one of them was there's a reason why I loved them. Like Kid Capri, party wise, I just was. You can ask him. I was a little kid in the DJ booth while he was DJing and just watching. You know what I'm saying?
I know I
Funk
was
Flex.
there with you.
Yeah,
You used
Funk
to be
Flex.
like, yo, Joe, Kid Capri is DJing. Let's go over there and watch him. And we would sit down and you would just watch him.
Yeah,
And I seen you one time you took me, rest in peace, to see DJ AM.
oh yeah,
So
for sure.
DJ
AM.
AM was the first one to rock with the Seratos, I think.
And AM because he whipped down these crowds that were so versatile that amazed me. Meaning as in a real hip hop crowd, but also like a South Beach crowd that, you know what I'm saying? Like he knew how to put it all in one. And I love Clark Kent because me and Clark Kent, I used to open up for Clark Kent all the time. And Clark Kent, when I was making my beats, I used to give him beat CDs and he would play them for Biggie. You can ask him. He would play them for Biggie. Guys be like, yo, play this for Biggie, play this for Biggie. Because I used to open up. We did a club, a rolling skate ring, and me and Clark Kent was DJing, and he was with Biggie at that time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Always with Biggie. So you always like, give me beats. And he would always listen to my beats and tell me, you know, what I need to do. So he always showed me the love. I used to open up for Ron G at Howard Homecoming. You know what I'm saying? And I used to love Jam Pony Express too. You know what I'm saying? Out here in Miami, you know, Uncle Al and Jam Pony Express, they used to ride over like African Bambaataa and Soul Sonic Force, but they used to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like one time, you know what I'm saying? Like Luke, you know what I'm saying? That Miami, you know what I'm saying? That real Miami DJing and Flex, I love Flex because he had the radio, but he also made records and he had the club. So I seen with Flex, I was like, oh, Flex, I love how he did a lot. He had the car show, the clubs, and records, and I think sneaker deal. Like I was like, oh, he trying to, like. Now I'm a kid. Remember, I'm a kid, and I'm watching this, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, this can go somewhere now. This can go somewhere now. You know what I'm saying? And when I started doing radio after Pirate Radio, you know, I did the Luke show. And then I got my own show on 99 Jams. And I used to remember people telling me that, Khaled, you can't be bigger than the radio station. Like they always, like people always tell you have to be in a box. And I'm like, nah, I want to be on the radio. I want to make beats. I want to produce records. I want to put albums out. And speaking of that, I want to let the world know that Joe Crack, he got me my first record deal with Koch Records when nobody would give me one, that nobody believed in me. And he walked in the record company and introduced me to Alan Grumblack. It was me, Joe, sitting at a table with Alan Grumblack. And you told Alan Grumblack, yo, listen, this is my man. I'm telling you, he going to be something big. He make hit records, and he's a special DJ. He know what he doing. Give him a deal. And I got my deal. And not only did I get my deal, and not only did I get my deal, I sold more records in Koch Records than anyone. I'm just being
Yo,
honest.
Khaled, you know those albums you was putting out was all had the Terror Squad logo. You know, I've never had a DJ Khaled plaque in my life.
That's crazy because I got so many, man. Damn. Listen, no, I'm not. Listen, yo, Patty, if you
shout out Cool and Dre, because they produced the first. What was the first single? That shit was like a movie.
Holla at me, baby. Holla at me, baby.
They got mad at me because I wore the grills in the video because I'm from New York. They was like, come on, Joe.
You know, if you in Miami, you know, you was touching it. You was touching it.
Yo, that's why we love you.
That's why we love you. You know,
holla at me, baby.
That's why everybody love you. You know, you love, you know, you go to people's cities and you show everybody love, and everybody has nothing but respect for you. And that's why people love you, Joe. You got to understand, you know what I mean? And that's what it's about. You know, but speaking of records, you know, the record that changed my life was We Taking Over and I'm So Hood.
Ooh.
And Brown Paper Bag. Those three records came back
Brown Paper Bag.
Those records changed my life.
Shout Lauren Ridinger. Hey, Remy's here. She said, I'm here. Remy, you missed all the praises Khaled was giving you.
Yo, Rem, I told him when that Lean Back was was recorded in my studio. I said, Rem came to the crib, opened the front door, walked right in my studio, said, pull the record up, did your verse, and walked out. And not only, there's a part I forgot. You told the engineer drop, you said, yo, mute that and add this. Meaning as in, I'm going to be on this record. And she walked out knowing that she blazed it. You know, Rem, my sis.